Okay, and we're back. Let's go back into town, see if we can talk to Ali. No, not Ali. The pawnbroker, and see if we about that. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. What the heck? See if we can talk to the pawnbroker about the magic map. Those are the words I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I mean.
Good day.
Good day. Hey, wait a minute.
A mysterious old man also patronizes the pawn shop. He steals sidelong glances at Alexander from under his hood.
Mm-hmm. Look like the same dude from the bookstore.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander and does not reply.
I got my eye on you, old man.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
Equal value, huh? Well, he mentioned our ring was incredibly valuable.
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still, it is only gold. There are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince Alex. I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days. If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Thank you. You are very kind, and I'll remember about the map.
Suddenly, the old man in the concealing cloak sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar. The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Master! I followed Prince Alexander as you wished. From the pawn shop owner, he just abstained, just reprieved. He just got a magic map.
You fool! You've been eating those mints again! I ordered you to stop that!
Yes, master.
Now, what is this about a magic map?
With the map, Prince Alexander could travel anywhere as quickly as I can.
I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up now. Get a hold of yourself and listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
Oh, yes. For some reason, the genie, and yes, he is a genie, for some reason, when he eats mint, any kind of mints, he gets drunk on them, and that right there is the reason that in all of my D&D games that I run for my buddies, I include mint as a as a sort of narcotic.
Alexander takes a mint.
Whenever you want to have a good time, go bust open a case of Andy's mints.
The small green mint looks very tasty.
It might look tasty, but I don't think we're going to eat that right now. Oh, the lamp trader's gone.
The magic map is made of thin leather and has lifelike drawings of the islands on its uneven surface.
Hmm. I think we can go ahead and save over save 1. Because the recording did go through that I mentioned. I wasn't sure. So yeah, now I guess we should make our way to the beach.
A nightingale perches on a high branch of the tree. She sings the most beautiful song Alexander has ever heard.
A nightingale? Wait a minute. He had a mechanical nightingale. What?
A large round pot is one of the pottery pieces on display outside the shops.
If it's a pottery piece on display, why is he dumping his trash into it? It's not a trash can.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb. Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
Nope, you never know when a small bottle's gonna come in handy. I love that, this game has so many parallels to Alexander's original one. You know, we've got the magic map, and you'll get to see a little more about that, but with the teleporting of a map, later on, there's gonna be some spell brewing. And I think the thing I just absolutely love the most about this is that it's a retelling. Or not a retelling. The fact that his father, you know, his father goes and rescues his mom, you know, from a tower.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Good day. His father, you know, rescues his meets his wife by rescuing her from a tower, and we're going to do the same thing, or we're going to try to do the same thing, you know, for our girl. I think that's so cool. But you know what I am going to do? I'm going to save, and I'm going to take a look at this bottle.
Alexander's carrying a little ink bottle. It appears to be empty.
It appears to be empty, yes. But I wonder...
Alexander decides to open the empty ink bottle.
It's stuck. It's... Whoa! The ink bottle isn't empty at all. It's full of invisible ink. Not very strong, but not bad.
Alexander's carrying a little bottle of invisible ink.
Now, I'm assuming that, you know, there's still stuff in there, but I just want to be absolutely sure.
The counter feels as smooth as stone.
What? I'll trade for an item.
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
Yeah, I just want to be absolutely sure that we do have our bottle of ink.
Might I trade for that mechanical nightingale on the counter?
Certainly. What do you wish to offer me in trade?
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take it.
Very good, Prince Alex. It is always a pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy the mechanical nightingale and feel free to bring it back anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime. Alright. Let's go back and see if we can talk to that nightingale. Because we've got a nightingale. That's the way life works, right? Hello, little birdie.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground. The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
Oh, can we go talk to the nightingale?
Hello, little nightingale. Of what do you sing?
The nightingale only looks at Alexander curiously and continues to sing. Although the nightingale seems interested in Alexander, she would never allow him close enough to grab her.
Is there anything... Can we do this again?
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale.
Oh, I didn't hear a ding, so I guess not.
It plays its pleasant tinny tune. The living nightingale in the tree listens to the tune curiously.
Okay. Well, if I find something for you, since you've come down to a lower branch, I'll be sure to give it to you. Alright, so we're down on the beach, and we'll save our game, and we're gonna take a look at this map.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Let's let's see here. Isle of the Beast. Isle of the Sacred Mountain. That's the one I couldn't remember. Isle of Wonder. And here we are on the Isle of the Crown. Guess let's go to the Isle of Wonder.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh. Whoop. Oh my.
Alexander is standing on a rocky beach. To the north is dense tropical vegetation. Near the shore are a dozen or so oyster beds.
Oyster beds!
One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy. He seems to be the only one who can't sleep. In the oyster's mouth, Alexander can see a glint of white. A string of letters floats in the water. The letters spell out, "Where are you going?" Alexander's heard of alphabet soup, but this is ridiculous. Alexander wades into the sea to get the strange object in the water. The ocean currents tug at Alexander's legs. That object is just a bit out of reach.
Yeah, I don't think we've got anything that could grab that. No, let's talk to this oyster.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep. I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
Oh no.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
Oh, I get that.
Why don't you let me see if I can help?
No way! No one's looking in my mouth. I hate dentists.
What about that boring book?
If you're having trouble sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
Two dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Oh.
Yields a gilded minnow of precise measurements, 2,069 centidrills by 3,023 6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so.
Alexander makes a grab for the pearl.
Whew.
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
The little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends.
Aww. We helped the little oyster.
The flawless pearl is the largest Alexander's ever seen.
We got ourselves a pearl. Think we can save on that? This looks closer to me. Is this actually closer, or am I just crazy?
Alexander doesn't want to taste the salty seawater. Alexander wades into the sea to get the strange object in the water. The ocean currents tug at Alexander's legs. That object is just a bit out of reach.
I guess I'm just crazy.
Alexander wades deeper into the sea to get the strange object in the water. The underwater tow is amazingly strong here. It pulls ferociously at Alexander's legs. Before Alexander can retreat, the currents grab his legs. The shifting sand vanishes from beneath his feet. Against his best efforts, he is dragged out to sea.
Oh.
The currents around the island pull Alexander under. As Alexander struggles to the surface for the third and last time, he finds himself wishing he'd paid more attention to the warning signs of an undertow.
Tickets out. Next.
Nothing like getting swept off your feet.
These are so sassy. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta wait maybe for the current to come in or something. I can't remember what we do with that. Or how, I can't remember how we get a hold of that, but... guess let's go explore more of the island.
Alexander hears someone coming.
Oh. Oh.
"5 fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man," said he, "with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies. Old Tantro, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well."
A gnome with a huge nose stands before Alexander.
Smell. What? Oh, hey, the thing moved up.
"Alert, my brothers, as we feared. A man has landed here. A man, so Sailor knows, into the waiting sea he goes."
Now, hang on a minute, fellas. Wait a minute. Whoa. We can talk about this?
The gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under.
Tickets out. Next.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consensus.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, okay, they came on out as soon as I walked up, so maybe we shouldn't be here on this island.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Oh, the Sacred Mountain.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh. Oh. Well, this is interesting.
Alexander notices an unusually large coal-black feather lying on the beach. There's an ugly flower growing near the base of the cliff. There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Ignorance kills, wisdom elevates. Okay.
Alexander takes the feather. Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor. For a moment he can smell nothing else.
Ah, okay. That's gonna help us get past the gnome with the nose.
Alexander is carrying an unusually large black feather. Colors of flame burst from the center of the incredibly stinky flower and drip onto its petals. The flower's appearance is as flamboyant as its smell.
guess we got
Alexander
those.
pulls out his magic map.
Let's check out the Isle of the Beast. Maybe there's stuff on that one too.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh, I saw a little critter.
Alexander is standing at the edge of the sea on a heavily forested island. As far as the eyes can see, tall trees spread out their branches as though straining to link arms, their tops forming a canopy above. A path leads north through the forest. Nearby, the stump of a fallen tree still spreads its roots to the sea. Alexander is traveling on a path through a dense forest. The woods on either side of the path are teeming with wildlife. Blocking his progress north is a pond that boils with a magical intensity.
I don't think I like that.
A pond lies across the path. The water boils as if over some magical flame. An old abandoned hunter's lamp is hanging on one of the trees. Alexander wonders who might have hunted in these dense woods.
Can I get across this?
Alexander decides to brave the boiling pond.
Nope.
And soon realizes a deep sympathy for soup vegetables as he learns the true meaning of being in a stew.
Tickets. Oh,
Tickets.
next.
Next.
It looks like Alexander's in a bit of a stew.
Oh. Huh. Well, I don't know how to get across this. Oh.
A little fawn is feeding on a grassy hillock near the sea.
Well, I guess that kind of limits what we can do for right now. And we just crossed 28 minutes, so I suppose we'll go ahead and call it here. And in the next one, maybe we'll go on back to the Isle of Wonder and see if we can take another whack at getting past those gnomes. Because not seeing anything here. I did pick up a feather and a flower on the other island. I can't seem to get past that water right now. So that's probably what we gotta do. Probably gotta get through the Isle of Wonder. And to do that, I'm thinking we gotta get past those gnomes. So, until then, I'll see you around. Bye-bye.